Canadians here. Oh good, I'm glad. This is my first time here. It's gorgeous. I have never seen an orca in the wild. I've seen other whales in Tadoussac, Quebec, but I haven't been here yet. So I'm so excited because I've spent hundreds of hours watching this girl here, and it's going to be quite something to see them in the wild for me. So I'm just going to take a few minutes to talk about Kiska. So she is our last captive orca in Canada right now, and there's only 2 facilities in Canada that house cetaceans, being Marineland Canada and the other Vancouver Aquarium. And before I start, I'd just like to say, because for legal reasons, Marineland can be quite litigious, is that these are my photos. All of these are my photos taken in 2014 and 2015. And solely my opinion, and you know, I welcome anyone else's opinion other than mine if there's anyone out there who'd like to disagree. So it's just my opinion, and let's continue. So this is what we're talking about here. So that little red arrow, that's Kiska's tank at Marineland, and there you have the Niagara River. So this is her main tank. She has no shelter, which is something we're working on. The only shelter she does really have, certain times a day you'll see a shadow cast off a rock, and that's the only shelter she has ever from the sun. Yeah. So this is her teeth, and a few experts, which, by the way, any activists, I would always encourage you to get expert opinion on anything. It just makes you more credible. It makes the movement more credible. Don't just go out there and state your opinion, because really it's, you know, it doesn't mean much when you're talking to people that can actually make change. So, yeah, these are her teeth. She has several cracks. I mean, she really has no teeth, let's face it. I threw this in there because it does help Lolita, I think, this photo. So here we have Kiska. I think it's quite shocking. So Lolita, I mean, if her teeth look pretty good there. I don't know what they look like now. I think that's a couple-year-old photo. Maybe Howard would know. But her teeth look pretty good there. So, you know, as far as a potential for wild release, Kiska's absolutely not a candidate for wild release, obviously. But it really shows the damage to her teeth here. I mean, there's gaping holes everywhere. This is a photo I thought was interesting. I took, to the left is Ripley's Aquarium, and by no means do I condone Ripley's Aquarium whatsoever. And then you have Kiska to the right. And I just found it really sad when you look at this big aquarium housing fish, and then you have a species like Kiska in an absolute barren tank. Nothing, not even a ball, no other marine mammal. So with respect to our orca ban, I know somebody else has previously spoken about that. We put tremendous pressure on the government to have Kiska go to another facility, such as SeaWorld at the time. And at least she would be with other orca. The government knew she shouldn't be alone, they know this. So what did they do? They went and banned orcas in Ontario. So what did that do? It grandfathered Kiska into the ban. So they were very smart about that. However, with this new sea pen very quickly approaching, I strongly feel that Kiska has a great chance. Her situation is so unique in the world. Marineland Canada is owned by one man. It's not, you know, a great big corporation type thing like SeaWorld. He's an elderly man, and that's about all I'll say about that. I don't know. She does have a really great chance, and without talking too much more about that, I don't want to say too much publicly, but she does have a really good chance being Canada's last captive, being that she's owned by one man. That's it. You know, her health seems to be good. She's still very, very active. You don't see Kiska log like you would see Lolita logging. She's very active in her obsessive patterns. Constantly. Seems to be doing really well. So, if anyone's here from Canada, please, the way we're going to help her and the rest of the animals at Marineland, we're talking about 50 beluga whales. Most parks have like between roughly 2 to 8 belugas. We have 50 at Marineland. And 6 more on their way. Anyone here from Canada, please, if you're not comfortable with talking to your government officials, many people don't even know who they are, many people don't understand the steps you take, you know, who do I go to for one issue, for another issue, please contact us, contact ZooCheck. They'll let you, we'll help you. We'll go to a meeting with your MPP about her, with your MP about her, whatever the issue is you want to raise. It's very important that this come down to a government issue, and I'd encourage all activists. You know, we saw it with Bill 80. We put so much pressure on them, they went and banned them. You know, not so great for Kiska, but hopefully there's some hope there, and I really do think that's going to happen. So thank you guys, and I'm sorry it was so late.